Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really well. Got some exciting news finally for FS25, which is Precision Farming 3.0 is coming May 8th. So not far away. It's actually 2 weeks exactly. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll finally be getting hands on the FS25 version of Precision Farming. We've also got some new stuff. It's not much, but it's definitely some cool stuff that's been added. I'm actually pretty hyped about this, and I'm giving Giants a big thumbs up here because I was hoping for something. I expected it to be something small, not massive game-changing stuff with Precision Farm, which already is an outstanding feature, and I think a fan favorite for a lot of reasons. It really does tailor to the realism kind of type of player, which is where I kind of aim at. So I'm super happy with this. So yeah, recording this really early. News is coming out today, the same day I'm recording it, which is 1 p.m. This is when the video is going to drop. But let's read through this blog page and we'll go through some of the features. So it says Farming Simulator 25 gets a substantial boost in realism with Precision Farming 3.0. With more than 5 million downloads since we released the initial version, we had to bring it back. When? May 8th. That's when it's coming back. And we're adding new features in addition to existing ones. And yes, we'll already show the first gameplay of Precision Farming in a live stream next week. So keep an eye out on that if you want to see it firsthand. So in this new and improved iteration of Precision Farming, tramlines help you plant like a pro, guiding your machinery along the same paths each time for cleaner fields and healthier crops. Exciting to think about that. Been doing a bit of tramlines recently in, well, pretty much in FS25 when I started on Oakbridge. I also know that FarmSim Tim, if he's watching this, is going to be super happy because he's been doing some tramlines himself. He also made that mod he sent to me to have a look at, which is kind of like tailored at tramlines. So I don't know how that's going to impact on mods like that. We'll have to wait and see, but it's nice to see that it's somehow going to be implemented into precision farming. And it says here, if you're planting catch crops like oilseed radish, you'll get rewarded now with in-game subsidies, which I really like the idea of, because it's real life farming. A lot of farmers in the UK especially are subsidised by going into schemes and stuff like that with things they grow and how they look after the land. So it's nice to think that now there's actually an added incentive to do catch crops. Before, we were doing them and we were just getting like maybe a layer of fertiliser. But now if we actually get in-game subsidies, I don't know how much these are going to be, yeah, we can get the benefit of nitrogen-saving methods, nitrogen-saving methods over standard fertilizer, so we don't have the fertilizer cost, but we also get like in-game subsidies, which is probably going to be like, maybe after you've chopped it, maybe you just get like some kind of, maybe after you've kind of like cultivated back into the land, you'll get some kind of payment for doing it. I imagine it's just going to be like a one-off payment and boom, you get it. Or it'd be cool if there's some kind of menu stuff and you can sign up to it and then you just have to plant it in a field and it recognizes that and so on. A bit like a contract, but it's almost like you're signing up for an in-game subsidy, or a scheme of some sorts. So it carries on by saying, for choosing eco-friendly, nitrogen-saving methods over standard fertilizing, just like the real deal, which it exactly is. So another new feature is this PWM and section control. So Precision Farming 3.0 also adds some cool tech, which is Pulse Width Modulation, which is the PWM, a fancy name for sprayers that can adjust output on the fly instead of just blasting fertilizer non-stop. PWM lets each nozzle do its own thing, pulsing out just the right amount depending on your speed or turns. That means less waste and better coverage. Now, this does sound a bit like it was on the muck spreaders, I can't remember the name of it in precision farming, where they've got like an NIR scanner, and we already had something similar to this where it kind of just makes it more homogenized for the nitrogen coming out only in a slurry spreader. So now this works with an actual sprayer, it looks like, as well, which is this PWM. So interesting to kind of check this out. You can see some pictures in a second and I'll put them up on screen so you can get a better shot, but you can see the clear difference between this with the PWM. You can see that it's got like kind of like, I guess they're like scans, and the amount that it's adjusting, going lows, not much, then more, and you can see that it's given a nice even finish. Whereas with this one, without the pulse width modulation, you can see that it's all scattered around. It's not the finest finish, which is probably like realistic. If you were going to test your whole field to see the nitrogen levels, You know, you don't know how much nitrogen's sitting in the tank at that point, or how much it needs. This, you know, certain parts of the field might need it more. It's really interesting. I like the idea of this, and it's just another way of investing into machinery as well. So it carries on saying, we also add automatic section control. So now your machines will switch individual parts on or off as needed. So no more overspraying or missing spots. It's cleaner, smarter, and better for the environment. So that's really interesting, because that basically means that it'll detect maybe the edge of a field and stop spraying at that point. So you don't have to kind of manually control that now by kind of saying we only want a certain width. It also might detect, like, if you're going over a section, so you might be not using GPS and you're not bang on, and as you do your turn and go back on yourself, you might actually be overlapping, but it detects that section and turns off the nozzles that are in that bit that would be an overlap. So again, something really interesting. Nice to see these things added in. Again, it's only small stuff, but we've got some extra kit as well, but they're pretty much the main features. We've got this PWM and section control. We've got tramlines and subsidies from using cover crops. But we'll carry on. It says, you've got 6 machines to play with in this update, including the John Deere R975i sprayer and the Hoare body swap system. So if you've ever wanted to turn a trailer into a high-end slurry tanker, now you can with the Weinhoff 25.200 PTW Profi line that comes with a manure sensor. So yeah, that John Deere manure sensor, that was the thing I was on about that was already in it. So it sounds like it's that, but for sprayers and liquid fertilizer. And for those of you sticking with other sprayers, you can upgrade them with the Trimble Weed Seeker 2 sensors to spot spray weeds like a boss. Simply retrofit them. So it looks like we're going to get an option to add these Trimble Weed Seeker 2 sensors to actually other items now, because I know the John Deere spot spraying technology, as it was called, was technically only on the John Deere sprayers. So it's nice to have the option to put them on maybe other pieces of kit, which is what we're seeing here. So hopefully we get hands-on and see a little bit more. And then it carries on here just saying what's already in precision farming. So this is everything you've loved from earlier versions, still packed in, which is all this. So if you wanted to click the links, if you're new to precision farming, you'll be able to see all this. But it really is an amazing feature that's been added in since 19. And I think they should just make it base game going forward, personally, because everybody loves it, so why not? So yeah, that's a bit of a background on what precision farming actually is. If you want to read that, just pause the video there. Gives you an idea of the partners that are included in the project. It's not just a giant software, project. It's got a couple of universities, most notably for me from the UK, Reading University, and then it also has been tailored with John Deere as well, who you can see her up here, and a few other people, including Europe's leading food innovation initiative, which is EIT Food. So yeah, interesting stuff really. I know a lot of people and players love precision farming for a reason, and I'm one of them. So absolutely thumbs up to Giant Software here for bringing it back for 25 and adding in some new features. And the most important bit of information coming from it is we're going to get it in 2 weeks' time on May the 8th. So I think as soon as that drops, FS25 is going to be getting closer to where it needs to be in terms of DLCs, mods, and so on. Great news coming out today from Giant Software, and only 2 weeks to wait. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found it informative. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me, because that really does help me out. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.